Hey everybody, this is Tom from Small Scale Life. Hey, doing a quick garden update video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and I think this is the first one I've done up here. I did a couple Facebook Lives, but first garden update I've done since moving up here to Minneapolis. So it's time to do that, roll one out. Here we are in August. What a year. I'll just show you guys what's going on in the garden, kind of walk you through it, see what we can see, and talk about what's going on as we do it. So I'm sitting right here in a chair right by the garden. It's kind of nice to have a spot where you can sit and watch and think and you know, just be with your plants. So if you don't have a bench or a chair near your garden, I would really highly recommend it. It's been a great thing for us, and a great thing for me, really. And I've done a lot of thinking and making different videos and stuff from chairs or the bench, the old bench at the old place. So welcome to the garden. Hope everybody's doing great. It is what, August 25th today? Oops, sorry for my finger there. August 25th, and I just want to flip this around here, and we'll show you the garden. So welcome to the garden, everybody. Okay, here we go. We'll get up here. Let's see if I can flip this. Still working out the kinks here. All right, here we are. We have 2 square-foot beds, square-foot garden beds. I've got about, they're actually each are 4x6, and got them planted out here. I do have space, you know, in here that I've got plans for. Actually going to start some seeds this weekend. Geez, from the last time I did this, things have changed a little bit. You can see I've got some tomatoes that are ripe. We've got the slicers and the early treats. So the early treats are nice. They're bigger than a cherry, and they have some nice clusters here. You can see them. They're just nice looking plants, nice looking tomatoes. And really excited, really happy with those plants. They produce pretty well. I'm hoping to get a little taller here and do some more production before the end. I've also got a row of peppers here. You can see peppers are coming finally. Yeah, look at that plant, just loaded with buds. So pretty pumped that we're going to get some green peppers, some red peppers. And then there's that guy. Yeah, that poor pepper plant there. Unfortunately, that's been the snack of the local rabbits, the rabid rabbits in the neighborhood. They have made a hole. I made a patch, and they were still hungry, and they actually ate this hole. Chewed through the plastic fencing. And over here, I noticed they chewed through that fencing there too. So I do need to replace this fencing. That's been on me, and I just haven't done it yet. I've had some things going on here, so I got to replace all of this fencing with chicken wire, which I do have. And I was going to do that, just haven't gotten around to it yet. So we've got these slicer tomatoes, and they are nice size, starting to ripen up. So, you know, that's pretty big size there, just my finger as a comparison. So good sized tomatoes, and there's more buds on the way. These plants are still growing. That poor pepper is in bad shape. It's got some buds coming though. I think if I fix the fence and baby it along, maybe we'll get something out of those. But you know, I do have the trellis here. And the idea is I'm going to bring a line down and give these guys support. You know, once those peppers get on those, start growing on the plants, like, oh, there's a couple right there. Yeah, right through there. You can see them. You know, once those peppers start to weigh those plants down, they really get top heavy. So a big storm comes, and I've had them break on me, so we don't want that. And here we've got some chives. They're starting to seed, so it's kind of cool. We'll let that go. But this area here, this is going to be fall crop time, and I'm going to make sure whatever I plant there is compatible with peppers. I'm thinking beans, get some beans going, some bush beans, and get those growing. So that's pretty much bed one for that bed there. But I got to fix the fence before I plant anything because the rabbits will eat everything in sight. Now in this bed, a little different thing going on. I've got my my compost, the compost tomato plants. I pulled these out of the compost and we're just letting them grow to see what happens. And also the compost cucumbers. All the cucumber plants here are from the compost. Looks like they could use some nutrients, so we'll give them some of that. We got rain last night, but we do have some buds in the cucumber plants, which is great. And I got to trellis this guy up. It's starting to go in different directions. And then I'm experimenting this year with the hated tomato trellis or tomato cage. I'm just leaving them around the tomato, the peppers to see what happens. So I'm experimenting, and there we go. Got some nice. We got a pepper coming there. So cool, huh? That's real cool. Cukes. These are all from the compost, all trellised up. No cukes yet, although got some bud action, flowers. So the other place it was plains. Here it's police cars. Awesome. Coming closer too. So so those are the compost cukes. We still got a ways to go with those before we get anything. This tomato plant is growing under here. It's another slicer. And then we've got cherry tomatoes. Whoa. Coming down my street even. There you go. That'll be exciting. Don't know what's going on. All right, back to the video. Planes, trains, and automobiles, right? We got cherry tomato plants. These are the cherry tomato seeds that I saved a couple years ago. They are producing nicely. This plant is rocking, and it's over 6 feet tall, and it's still growing really well. Just by comparison, this plant is growing well too, but it is growing out of the cage. So I mean, that's something you got to think about is, you know, you can put a trellis system in place and these things will really get growing tall, or you can have this case where it's just growing out of the cage, and what do you do with it at that point? So I'm still a big proponent, big advocate for trellising. I'm just showing the difference here between the two plants, because standing it up, it's a pretty decent sized plant. I've slacked off pruning. I could probably take this branch, really focus growth on the tomatoes, and here we have a sucker, and developed sucker. So I really should take this, cut that sucker there. But still, everything is growing pretty well. And these are two other. Let's see, what are they? Oh, two more cherries. So they're coming along really nicely too. Got some that are ripening up. So nice looking plants. Really happy that they're all growing nicely. Here's my basil. I really do need to harvest the basil off. It's starting to seed, starting to flower. Like here, got some flowers. And really, I should have been pruning these and harvesting earlier in the season, but I'll take some and we'll let them get really bushy at that point. But the difference too here, I don't have any downy mildew. I don't have any mildew on any of these plants, unlike back in St. Louis Park. And I think that's a function of just where the plants are and what plants are in the area. the other neighborhood, the other house, there were plants downwind that had mildew, and these plants just do not show it. So that is awesome. All right, so projects this weekend. I'm going to harvest off these tomatoes, the ripe tomatoes. I'd like to get over to the farmer's market and get some more tomatoes for salsa. The other thing, get some fall crops going. So greens, we're going to be planting greens. We're going to be planting some peas. We're going to be planting some green beans. So those are the three plants that we're going to do. And this area is going to be very busy. It's going to be going to have a lot of stuff growing in it, so I've got to get seeds put in place. So that's what's happening here in the garden. I'm hoping that you guys have a great weekend and that you had a lot going on. I'll be at the State Fair tomorrow, so there'll be some more stuff coming from the Minnesota State Fair. I'm going to be there a couple times this week, so we'll learn some new stuff and share that with you. And we've got some other stuff coming, so stay tuned to Small Scale Life. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Also catch us at smallscalelife.com, on Facebook, Small Scale Life on Facebook group, YouTube of course, and then the podcast on iTunes, smallscalelife.com, or Stitcher, or wherever else you can find it. All right, everybody, hope you have a good time. We'll see you soon. This is Tom from Small Scale Life. Continue to learn, do, and grow. See you soon. Bye.